It's Madden NFL 22, and EA Sports brings you the game of the week. It's the reigning AFC champs and the Dolphins. Coming up next.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. The excitement brewing here in South Florida as a moment ago the Dolphins starters were introduced to this home crowd. They're fired up as well as they get set to match up with the New England Patriots. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you take a look at the Patriots. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. So now the Patriots getting set to take over on offense. They will be led out by the former Heisman Trophy winner back in 2016. Always a handful to contain, Lamar Jackson.
Early part of his career, defenses really had to focus on his running ability, and they still do. But now, he's turned himself into a true dual-threat quarterback. When he plants his cleats in the ground and turns it loose, good things happen downfield.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. The numbers for Hill a week ago. 24 carries, 92 yards.
And as we discovered in talking with the coaching staff prior to the game, going up against a team that struggled against the run has only emboldened them to run the football more. I expect 40 to 50 carries in this game.
Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. First carry for Damian Harris, the Alabama man. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Out of the pistol, here's Hill. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And that's incomplete. So, Charles, you look at this offense, what a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0, then lost 5 of 6 and went out in the first round. But I think if you get toward mid-November, the Thanksgiving time frame, and you're still doing this, that's when things start to get real for a ball club.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll see it sailed out at the 10-yard line. So here are the Dolphins now as they'll be backed up to start this first drive. And leading them out there, their 6'5" quarterback.
And the numbers were not pretty. I mean, they don't look right. When you throw 2 interceptions, no touchdown passes, there's no way to really make that work. But I thought there were a lot of positives in watching his game tape. I think he's close to putting out a good performance. Let's see if he can flip those numbers around in this game. And, of course, rally his team to a win.
And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. That really sets him back, a loss of 6.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
So a nightmare start to the drive as they're already staring at 2nd and long. From the gun, Saunders. under pressure, and down he goes in the end zone, and that's a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here. A safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
So after that safety, now a free kick situation forthcoming as they punt it away from the 20. This is fielded at the 27. So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are the top two teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson got this into the hands of the tight end, Jordan. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. He finds his man, complete. That's Webb. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. They'll hand it off now. Hill working his way for a gain of 7 to the 26. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. From the gun, a run for Hill. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. They'll go with Hill here on first down. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. On the handoff, it's Hill. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. From the gun, it's Jackson. He is going to find Hill here. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
Harris. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. Hill. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. The Miami defense trying to keep him out. They haven't let him in yet. Can they hold again here on 3rd and goal? Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. A bad time for a false start penalty as they're backed up now for 3rd and goal. Now it's Jackson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
Anytime that ball comes to me, I'm trying to take it to the house.
On 1st and 10, Saunders. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd. We had a pretty good idea that they were going to pressure this young quarterback, and that's now 2 sacks here in the 1st quarter.
And yeah, this is a secret to exactly nobody, because if you're a rookie quarterback, you know you're going to see pressure. Defenses want to see how you're going to handle it, or if it forces you into making bad decisions. That's their goal.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. He's going to float this one deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle, 91 yards. And the Dolphins on just 2 plays have taken the lead. We saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and the lead is up to 5. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This taken in at the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. He's likely still kicking himself from the interception last drive that wound up leading to a go-ahead score.
And he's going to assume all that came with that one, all right? That's all on him, but he also knows he's got to erase it from his mind and get back out there. This drive, very important.
And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. Still 9 remaining on 2nd down. Jackson. Open man is Jordan, the tight end. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Here's Jackson. Forced out to his left. And Jackson going to have the 1st down as he will get to the ground to avoid the contact. We are in for a good one as we're through 1 on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Patriots in control of the football. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Open man is Hill. He's got it. Will go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be a 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
New England on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Jackson to throw. It's Hill, complete. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Now it's Jackson. So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And that'll make it 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained. So they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. Here's 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Jackson. Flushed out right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. So they need 2 yards here on third down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on third down conversions on this drive. He finds his man, complete. That's Jordan. And he will have a Patriots first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
At first glance, I thought he just used his size in order to win the route, but he also had a little subtle move in there as well. Made the defender think he was going one direction and was able to track the ball in another.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jackson. He's going to loft it. Deep right sideline. And that is incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Back to the ground. It's Hill. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes. Folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
New England on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun, Jackson. And this is going to be incomplete. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. So now the Dolphins set to take over on offense. They've got the lead here as they start out 1st and 10, trying to erase the memory of the loss last week. That came at the hands of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Off the play fake. Saunders. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. Off play action. Saunders. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Patriots take over. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. From the 36, Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And Jackson's so tough to stop. He's got a first down, and he gives himself up there at the end. Jackson on 1st down. Looking downfield for Godwin. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. To throw on 2nd and 10. Jackson, that's out to Hill, right side complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 43. Looking to throw. Jackson. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Now we'll look at Smith. Not sure exactly what happened, but he's still down. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson. That's complete. It's Chris Godwin. New England on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 11. Back to throw. Jackson. He's got Jordan complete right side. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Ouch, you thought you had the defensive stand. Roughing the passer wipes it out.
What does every defense talk about? 3 and out, right? Thought they were able to get off the field. Not so.
He's going to go up top for the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit him over the top, unsuccessfully.
Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. On 3rd down, Jackson. They complete it to Hill. And he does not get to the first down marker as they stop him at the 19. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Walked up all his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
The Patriots will bring on the field goal unit. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will cut the lead down to just 2. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in this 2nd quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hold. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Then the Dolphins getting set to go here. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
On 1st down, Calhoun, a little juke. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
Off the play fake. Saunders. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. The Pets are going to get there. Down he goes. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. And let's check on the call. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. And to give this time to the tailback. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On 3rd down, Calhoun. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. Oh, good move. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Patriots with the football here late in this first half. And with a little under a minute to play, they may be looking to pick up some yardage here, maybe try and come up with a field goal to seize the lead before intermission. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Over the middle, complete. That's Hill. Jackson trying to hustle his unit up quickly to the line of scrimmage. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it and run time, and he picks up a 1st down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Jackson now. A dump off now to Hill. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And this is caught inside the 5. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A big play there for the Patriots.
That's a great job of working the sideline right there. I love how he tracked the football the whole way. Just reached up and pulled it in. Had excellent field presence to understand where he was in order to make that play happen.
So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Now Jackson. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So the 2 teams will head to the locker rooms here in Miami with the Dolphins on top, as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6. We'll begin with the black and blue matchup. Bring your lunch pail for this one. Pittsburgh playing host to Baltimore, and it's the Steelers who are out in front. Deontay Johnson, a touchdown reception. We'll stay in the AFC North as we head over to Cincinnati to check on the Bengals at home at Paul Brown Stadium. And for the moment, they trail the visiting Browns in that one. Baker Mayfield has thrown a touchdown pass. Lastly, we head to the Gulf Coast and check on the Bucs at home in Tampa. And they've got the lead in that ball game over the visiting Jaguars. Jared Goff with 3 touchdown passes. Time now for a look at the next-gen stats for New England in that first half, and they weren't able to get a whole lot done throwing the football. That'll likely be a big key if they want to turn things around in the second half. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they did not have quite the same amount of success in the passing game that their counterparts did, as you get a look at the numbers there.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Taking it about the 1. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Now whistles, and we've got a man down. A man down here following the kickoff. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it. But I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities. And I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
8 yards to go on second down. Looking to throw. Saunders. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. On third down, Saunders. He's got a first down past the 30. And finally brought down at the 34-yard line.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. They'll look to throw again. And that is caught. It's Ridley. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big play there for the Dolphins.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to...
And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
If there's any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on third and long. Operating from the gun, Saunders. And that is incomplete.
Plain and simple. That's the second time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
They'll start the drive with Hill. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. The previous run good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Again, they run with Hill. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. Play action. Now Jackson. He finds his man, complete. That's Graves. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And once again, Hill, he's been busy. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Throwing is Jackson. And this is going to be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Joey Bosa, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage, well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
The Patriots send out their punter as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And it'll be Dolphin football. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. He's been pretty solid, pretty consistent, just the one touchdown pass, but I think he's managed the game well, no?
I would agree with you, and that's what you're looking for out of your field leader, making sure that you're playing well and not making any big mistakes. Oftentimes, that's how you're judged. How big a mistake and when it occurs. No interception so far. They'll like that.
I just want you to know that you agreeing with me, that's going to get me through this 3rd and 4th quarter. Are you touched? He's patting his heart, boys and girls. He's touched.
Respect.
He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage.
Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
And you think on 3rd down, they'd just be looking for something right beyond the sticks. And I think they caught the defense flat-footed as a result because they decided they were going to take a shot right there, and it ended up being a big play.
Sanders now to add the extra point. And that makes it a 9-point game. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And as the numbers show, he really wasn't in the mix at the beginning, but they've got him in the rotation now, and it's proved a good move.
And that's what happens when you're a good player. There's a lot more attention drawn to you, and it's obvious that they had him in their game plan on defense, not letting him get off to a good start, but he's found a way so far here in the 2nd half.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. this offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun, Jackson. And that is incomplete. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Dolphins ready to take over on offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Calhoun. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. That's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. On third down, Calhoun. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Like, this is the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Dolphin football. It's also Dolphin lead to begin quarter number 4. Looking to throw on second down. Saunders. And he rifles one incomplete. The Dolphins on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. And it's caught. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. The passing game continues to be their friend, even with a stable lead here in the fourth, Charles. They're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. If they continue to throw these safe passes, who can blame them?
From the gun, Saunders. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. A great play there. third touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the fourth quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Tough there, good pass, hit the hands, he just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere, seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Fielded just outside the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays for one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Now Jackson on first down. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. That catch good for only a couple. To throw again on second down. Jackson. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Joey Bosa make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
He's NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. New England on third down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. He's going to float this one deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Patriots send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. Now a fair catch signaled for and made right about the 43-yard line. Just a 30-yard punt that time. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. On first down, Saunders. Throw left side here, complete to the tight end, Gesicki. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
2nd and 6.
Back to throw. Saunders. And he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete.
So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
Well, you know, normally I get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. New England's offense set to go. That 5-game win streak is ticking away here in the fourth quarter. Just haven't been as sharp in this one. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And that'll be caught by the tight end, Keene.
3 yards the gain there, second down.
To throw is Jackson.
Underneath here to Hill. Only able to gain a couple there, and that'll make it third down.
Here's Jackson to throw.
And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on third down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. The Patriots send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now a fair catch taken just across midfield, maybe by a yard or 2. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards.
Miami set to take over. They've got a chance now to put this game away following that last defensive stop and punt.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. And he'll give it here to his running back. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 34.
49 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Muscle damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've run the ball 3 times with passing touchdowns. But guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Calhoun. Space to run past the 20. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Pats are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down.
It's now second down and 10.
Jackson looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Now it's Jackson. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
To Chris Godwin.
That reception, it brings him up to the 700 plateau. He's at 700 career NFL catches now.
And that club in baseball, a rather exclusive club and one we talk about all the time. In football, puts you in the top 50 all-time range. Not so bad either.
To throw again is Jackson. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Graves. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through the...
Oh, now it's free. Hill fumbled it. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Dolphins offense returning to the field. And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable fourth quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
Oh, we got it. Good job, Yee. Good job, Yee. Check. 53 is mine. Check. 53 is mine.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. Over the middle, complete. That's Webb. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And, oh, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
He's got the first down here inside the 30 and down to the 28-yard line. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. To try again after the sack. Jackson throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Graves. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. On 3rd down, Jackson letting one go deep for the end zone. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look.
And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Chris Godwin, his first touchdown on the year. And the Patriots are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Extra point attempt to come here. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it's finished off by a Pats touchdown. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point, as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. They'll keep it on the ground. Calhoun, and he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. And they'll indeed take a knee. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. And they take a knee. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins, and they've got to feel good about this performance. I think you'd agree, matched up against a top 5 defensive unit in the league, and they pretty much